freediving for flounder, Pāua, mussels and Kina, and there's going to be a bit of a catch and cook too. How's it going, team? Welcome back to Muddy Feet. I've got the mud wagon loaded up to the teeth, and I'm going to be going over that hill over there to the bay that's like around the corner, and jumping in for a bit of a dive. Hopefully I can find myself something for dinner. Check it out, loaded up, ready to go. I failed to mention that during my time at this awesome campground at the top of the Marlborough Sounds, I met this cool fella right here, the guy that's opening the gate. His name is Raphael, and he's from France, and I met him and his lovely partner the other day when I was fishing for gurnard down the beach. He very kindly brought me down a lemonade. Anyway, he is also a very keen freediver, so he's going to be jumping in with me today. Alright, the first location wasn't as ideal as we thought, so we've come to another spot down here to check out. So we're going to jump in, swim across to the point on the other side of this bay and see what we can find out yonder. This is a brand new location for me. It didn't come recommended by any of the boys either, so it's all just new exploratory diving today. The first thing I notice when I jump in at this spot is that the viz is reasonable, but it's a pretty shallow dive all the way out to the point. So this sort of starts making me think about what my main target's going to be, and at the moment I'm definitely thinking about some Kinas and Pauas, and I'll see if I can find a fish to shoot too. But it's looking pretty good down here. After just a little bit of mooching around, I get onto this nice patch of seaweed, and it has some decent sized Kinas scattered through it. I love my Kinas, so I grab a few of those for the bag. And what I like to do when I'm getting Kinas is pretty early on in the dive, before I go and fill my bag up with them anyway, is I like to pop a few open just to make sure that the quality's good. I want to see some decent size orange roe, and this just ensures that I don't take home a big sack full of little skinny Kinas. You know, if you're going to get them, you want to make sure that the quality's going to be there, so I always check one out early on. Pretty stoked to be onto those though. I do love my Kinas, and these ones look pretty juicy to me. After a bit more scouting around, I find one of these big as weird sea cucumber things. I've been saying I'm going to eat one of these bad boys for ages. Still haven't done it, but I will get around to that at some stage, and I guess I'll film the experience for you legends too. After a little bit more mooching around though, I do find this crack down here that's got quite a few Pāua in it. Now, most of these ones are sort of just under the limit. And I'm trying to find the odd bigger one amongst them so that I can grab a couple for a feed. This dive is going pretty good so far, and it's about to get even better. Well, sort of, anyway. As I'm cruising along the weed edge here, I spot this good sized flounder, and I take a shot, and it's a missy tero. I don't know how I missed this fish from this close, but anyway, luckily for me, this silly little bugger doesn't go very far. He just goes scooting around the corner, and he parks back up again, and luckily I'm able to spot him again. This time I take my time and make that shot count. Look at that, that's a bullseye. There's a few really good sized green lip mussels sort of scattered around the place, so I'm collecting a few of those up as I'm cruising around. I've got a bit of a plan to do some delicious garlic butter mussels on the charcoal grill a little bit later on. While I'm collecting up a few mussels right up in the shallows, I spot another tasty little treat hiding in this little hole down here. So I chuck my arm in there, I managed to pin him to the rock and pull him out. This here is a delicious red rock crab. Now these guys here don't have a whole lot of meat on them, but what is there is very delicious, and this one here is quite good sized. Well, not bad. Lots and lots of kai down there, which is really good to see. Plenty of big kinas. They're in really good condition too, so they'll be a mean feed. Some beautiful kutai. There's heaps of Pāua there, but I only managed to get 2 legal ones. And bonus flounder. You guys would have seen that. Whew. Long swim though, and a long swim back with a big bag of kai, so yeah, big mission, but pretty happy with that outcome. Alright, long way back to the truck on the beach over there. Mean, see? Holy moly, what a hikoi. Whew. This one's definitely getting me back in shape after Christmas. Bloody hell. Here's my haul team. Some beautiful fat South Island Kina, really good condition. A good feed of beautiful kutai, and this yummy bonus flounder. Pretty stoked to have that bit of protein on the table. Mean. But all in all, a real successful mission. If you want to see what I do with some of this kai, stick around. It's a big fish, yeah. It's the bro's catch. A nice blue mucky. It's a nice blue cod too.
And a flounder somewhere.
And a flounder in the bag too, not bad at all. Alright, little sample.
Wait, I want to see the inside. Nice fat one. What the heck is
Can you grab me the spoon out of the top of that?
Look at it moving. It's inside, but it's moving. This one's so nasty.
No way.
Are the cans in this one or that one, right?
The frontmost one.
The closer to the cab. Okay.
You guys don't even know you're missing out on.
Okay, I'm good with you now. I don't want to eat that.
How good's that, team?
Not good.
Wait.
No, that's not what I meant, by the way. That was really disgusting. Wait, that was absolutely disgusting.
It's not though, it's good.
It looks just, but apparently he likes it, so that's all that matters.
After a bit of a taste test on the beach, I head back to camp, and the first job is going to be shell the kinas. I tend to lose about half of them when I'm shelling them because they go straight down the hatch, but that is part of the deal. When I'm shelling kinas, I like to get some of the liquid out of one of the kinas and put it into my bowl or container or whatever I'm shelling into, and then I like to crack open quite a few each time and then shell that batch and then crack open another batch and rinse and repeat. Yum. A little bit too excited there, sorry team. Boom. Kina's completed. The next mission is to fire up my little charcoal barbecue. Shout out to the bro, Rusty the Pirate. Thank you so much for this little weapon. As you guys have seen, this thing gets a fair bit of use. My good mate gave this to me quite a while ago. It's been on the road with me for 2 years now. Really cool little piece of kit. Anyway, I get that blazed up and it's time to shell the mussels. I'm going to be half shelling them raw, and I'm going to be making up a bit of a delicious garlic butter and banging a little bit of that in each one and firing them into the barbecue. They seem to all be females. Usually they turn about half female, half male just before spawning is sort of what I've always understood. But these ones are pretty much all females, so I don't know what that means, but I'm happy because they're kind of usually more tender and a little bit more tasty, these ones. Yeah, they seem to all be orange. Mean. So this little fella here, is called a pea crab, and some people think they're baby crabs, but they're not. They only get this big. This is them. Quite often you catch them and they're stuffed full of eggs, but this one here isn't. You can go in the shells. Oh, broke the shell. Too much power. You do have to keep a pretty good eye on these fellas around camp. They're pretty sneaky, and if you don't watch them, they'll pinch anything that you leave out. Garlic. Butter. Garlic butter. Garlic butter for the mussels. My garlic butter's taking me forever to mix because I've had the butter sitting in the chili bin on the ice, so it's pretty solid. What I do to warm it up just quickly is just sit it over those coals for a second while they're heating up. And then my plan is pretty simple. I take a scoop of the garlic butter and I want to put that inside each one of the mussels. You'll see what my technique is here. I sort of pop the lips of the mussel open and then squeeze a bit of that garlic butter off the fork and inside the mussel.
Cheese, just on some of them, not all of them, just a few cheesy ones. Because I'm a big listener sometimes. And yeah, don't knock it till you try it. It's bloody delicious. Just a little bit. Cheese and garlic and greens, you know. Beautiful flounder from earlier. So these guys are the easiest fish in the world to clean. You just find these little bottom there and one slice straight across there. That's the end of that. And then my mate Vinny doesn't like it when I put my finger in there. He uses the edge of the knife and he presses on it here, and he pulls it all out like this with the knife and he nips that off nice and short. Yeah, nice and done. But I like to have a dig round, make sure it's really clean. I think I did pretty good today. Ooh, it's got some nice roe in it too. We'll leave those in though. Right, now he just gets a rinse, ready to go in the pan.
No, that's perfect. He looks lovely.
Yes, mate.
There are heaps and heaps of these beautiful little weckers in this area. Now these guys are super curious. They're real friendly little fellas. They just sort of cruise around the campsite and they pick up any little scraps of food that you've let fall while cooking, or pick up any little tidbits from around the camp. As well as that though, you do have to be a little bit careful of where you leave any small possessions, because they will pinch just about anything that they can carry. This does include scufferungis, jandals. They'll pick up your keys too if you leave them lying around, so just be wary of that. But other than that, they're super entertaining, really cool little birds. Well, I suppose there's not really too much else to say really. The mussels came out good and we cooked a feast out of the rest of the stuff and we all sat around and ate and had a bloody good time. I hope you guys have all enjoyed this week's episode. It was a nice simple one, nice shallow dive, heaps of fun and plenty of kai. So yeah, I hope you guys have all enjoyed this one as much as I'm enjoying eating all of this delicious kai moana. Anyway, make sure you come back next week, there's plenty more to come.
Empty mussels, smashed flounder, still a bit of salad left.